All right, team, Fungal Frontier. Again, my nose already feels the damp earth. Today's hunt? Ancient symbol seeds. They promise a Riddle-Seed Mustard that can unlock forgotten tongues. The air here is thick. A sweet, earthy perfume mixes with something metallic, like old coins. Giant mushrooms glow faint pulses. Their caps shimmer with dampness. I need those seeds, but nothing is ever simple in these cursed lands. These fungal paths wind like a blind serpent. I push through massive, velvet-like spore stalks. My boots sink into soft, spongy soil. My fingers brush against glowing moss that feels like cool jelly. There, at the base of a towering, purple-veined mushroom, tiny black seeds cling to its roots. They pulse faintly, each one etched with swirling lines. As I reach, a cluster of fluorescent beetle-like creatures scuttles away, hissing. Their mandibles click. One nips at my glove, a sharp, tingling jab. I quickly scoop handfuls of the seeds into my pouch. The nips sting, but the seeds are mine. Now for the oil, and then we learn if ancient words truly have a taste. Keep your eyes peeled, folks. This frontier still holds its secrets. I push through colossal, spongy mushroom caps, their soft bellies brushing my face. The air here smells damp and sweet, like rich, decaying earth mixed with overripe fruit, making my nose crinkle in distaste. My objective: find those ancient symbol seeds. They're crucial for the Riddle-Seed Mustard, supposedly unlocking dead languages. Imagine the forgotten recipes waiting. I scan the bioluminescent forest floor. A low growl rumbles from deep within a cluster of stalks. Suddenly, a hulking mushroom creature, all mottled browns and sickly yellows, lurches into my path. Its fungal body oozes a thick, pungent slime that stings my nostrils. It snaps its multi-pronged maw at me. I reflexively grip my cleaver, bringing the gleaming blade up to block a chitinous claw. The impact vibrates through my arm, jarring my bones right up to my shoulder. Under its writhing, rooted base, I glimpse a faint, iridescent glow pulsing with inner light. Those are the seeds. The monster is actively guarding them. Planted right on top, I parry another strike, and the creature explodes in a sickening burst of emerald spores. My eyes sting, then blur, the vibrant fungal world fading to absolute gray. I'm completely blind. My tongue feels numb, a metallic, acrid taste coating every inch. The spores cling to my skin like fine dust, and as my vision vanishes, a strange new sensation awakens. My fingertips tingle, becoming intensely aware of the peculiar, almost electric texture of the environment around me. My objective is clear: extract these ancient symbol seeds from the glowing, pulsating fungi. They hum with a low thrumming, embedded deep within the iridescent caps, almost hidden by their shifting light. A thick, damp earth smell mixes with a cloying fungal perfume, making my nose twitch. I reach in, my fingers brushing against the slimy, resilient surface of the cap. The fungi recoil slightly at my touch, a ripple of light contracting away from my hand, but I push through. My fingertips finally meet the seeds, small and hard, arranged in a spiral pattern. As I pluck the first few, a jolt goes through my fingers. The seeds themselves vibrate with a faint, complex rhythm, almost like tiny, silent words. This is the discovery. They aren't just seeds. They carry something intrinsic, a living language. My hands start to tingle, a prickly sensation that spreads up my forearms as I gather more. The surrounding fungi retract aggressively, the light dimming in protest, leaving behind darker, shriveled spots. It's a strange consequence, as if the fungi understood my theft. I now hold the prime ingredient for Riddle-Seed Mustard, understanding its unique, almost sentient physical properties. This progression means my ingredient isn't inert. It's a living mystery. The Fungal Frontier is a maze of glowing caps and twisting stalks. My objective is clear. Find the ancient symbol seeds for the Riddle-Seed Mustard. I catch their faint, earthy scent, like old parchment mixed with damp soil, emanating from a pulsating cluster ahead. This cluster, a grotesque bouquet of bioluminescent fungi, constantly emits a swirling, deep purple haze that makes my eyes sting and my head swim. Complication: this noxious haze is my obstacle. I need those seeds. Nestled deep within, but disturbing the cluster risks a full, debilitating dose. I pull out my specially crafted, long-handled spoon, its edge sharpened for delicate excavation. My hand tightens around the grip, sweat slicking my palm. I lean in, slowly, carefully, my breath held, trying to bypass the thickest parts of the shifting haze. The air around the cluster feels heavy, vibrating, with an almost audible hum. As I carefully scoop, dislodging a small pocket of seeds, a particularly dense wisp of the purple haze brushes my bare arm, then my face. My skin tingles, a hot flush spreading. Then, a shocking, phantom sensation, sharp and acrid, flits across my tongue, gone in an instant. Discovery. It's not a full taste, but a ghost, a fleeting memory. The small, dark seeds, etched with tiny, indecipherable symbols, rattle in my spoon. Consequence: the haze leaves me momentarily lightheaded and a little queasy. But that fleeting sensation on my tongue, it's unsettling, yet profoundly hopeful. Progression. My cursed taste blindness isn't a permanent void. It can be influenced, perhaps even momentarily breached. These seeds hint at a deeper connection to my curse. I scan the colossal, pulsing mushroom gap, its bioluminescent veins tracing ancient, forgotten patterns. This is precisely where they say the ancient symbol seeds hide, deep within the treacherous fungal frontier. A cloying, damp earth scent fills my nose, thick with an earthy musk, and something vaguely sweet, like overripe fermented fruit. My unwavering objective is crystal clear: retrieve those elusive seeds. The complication arises when I notice the cap surface. It visibly ripples and trembles with subtle protective spasms whenever my shadow or breath draws too near. The seeds are deeply embedded within this fiercely living tissue. I meticulously slide my reinforced spoon under a cluster of glowing mycelial threads, applying precise, gentle pressure to pry open a small, hidden pocket. My gloved fingers tingle from the sticky, firm fungal tissue as I slowly work. With a soft, wet pop, the protective fungal pocket yields its secrets. I discover not just simple seeds, but tiny, almost transparent, crystalline forms, pulsating faintly with an inner light, cradled in a viscous, golden oil. The consequence: I carefully scoop a handful, securing enough for my immediate recipe. But the fungus around the extraction site instantly hardens and seals itself off, growing an almost impenetrable chitinous layer. This will make getting more incredibly tough. I hold the small, shimmering symbols, feeling their subtle, insistent vibration against my palm, a strange, electric hum. The progression is set. I have the prime ingredient, now to turn these cryptic treasures into Riddle-Seed Mustard. The air in the Fungal Frontier hangs thick with a pungent, almost sweet aroma of fermented loam. Giant bioluminescent mushrooms pulse around me, casting eerie green and violet light. My cursed tongue might not taste, but my nose never lies. My objective? The ancient symbol seeds for my Riddle-Seed Mustard. They are nestled deep within these colossal fungi. I push aside a curtain of glowing mycelium, my boots sinking into the damp earth. A cluster shimmers faintly, embedded in a bulbous, gelatinous growth. This is it. I pull out my specialized extraction tool, a delicate silver spatula. The seed surface is slick and sticky, resisting my touch. I brace myself, my fingers brushing against the cold, firm casing. A soft, muffled thrum vibrates through the mushroom cap as I begin to pry, needing their power, not their taste. Spores drift around me, fine, glittering dust, tingling my exposed skin. I hold my breath, squinting against the hazy glow. Finally, with a soft pop, the cluster detaches. Holding the seeds close, I notice faint, intricate etchings on their dark husks, tiny, spiraling symbols. These are the ancient symbol seeds. The moment they are free, the surrounding fungus pulses faster, a low, ominous hum filling the cavern. A concentrated cloud of shimmering spores erupts, washing over me. My vision blurs for a terrifying second, and my skin tingles with an unpleasant chill, almost a faint burning. The seeds are mine, but the frontier is waking up. My boots sink into the spongy, moss-covered ground, each step squishing softly. The air here smells of damp earth, sweet decay, and something like old, forgotten ink, thick with unseen spores. I scan the undulating landscape, my eyes searching. There they are, clusters of ancient symbol seeds, nestled deep within the velvety caps of pulsating bioluminescent mushrooms. The caps themselves are inscribed with faint, glowing symbols, alien and strangely familiar all at once. I reach out, my gloved fingers brushing against a mushroom cap. It thrums, a deep, resonant vibration that travels up my arm, making my teeth ache slightly. This is it. The mushrooms retract slowly, like startled sea anemones, but the seeds, tiny iridescent pearls, remain exposed. I pull out my specially designed harvesting tool, a small, curved silver spoon crafted for delicate extractions. With utmost care, I gently scoop the shimmering seeds from their beds. Each seed pulses faintly in my palm, surprisingly warm to the touch, and emits a faint, musky scent, like ancient parchment mixed with ozone. The smell tickles my nose, almost making me sneeze. As I harvest, the mushroom caps around me begin to glow brighter, vibrating faster, as if protesting their loss. My skin prickles, a static charge building on my fingertips. I carefully seal the shimmering seeds in a reinforced pouch. The vibrations from the remaining mushrooms intensify, coalescing into a low, resonant groan that fills the air. I can feel the ground beneath me subtly shift, a slow, deliberate tremor. This entire fungal forest feels like one vast, interconnected being, now agitated. I have the seeds, but I sense I've woken something ancient. The air grows heavy, thick with the unvoiced language of the fungal frontier. My arms strain as I lean into the heavy mortar, grinding these ancient symbol seeds. This Riddle-Seed Mustard won't make itself, but these seeds resist with surprising tenacity. Each rotation of the pestle feels like I'm trying to decipher a riddle with brute force. A peculiar, almost dry scent begins to emanate from the crush, smelling like forgotten libraries and dry dust. Not the earthy, vibrant fungal smells I've grown accustomed to here. Suddenly, a faint, rhythmic thrumming vibrates up the pestle and into my hands, pulsing against my palms. It's not mechanical, but organic, like a slow heartbeat. I realize the minuscule etchings on the seeds, almost invisible before, are now subtly shimmering, as if the grinding isn't destroying them, but activating them. calling forth ancient whispers. This discovery isn't just about the seeds. It's about how my cursed touch forces out the deeper truths of ingredients. Confirming my curse isn't merely a void, but an extractor. My understanding of the curse shifts again. It's not just a flaw, but a tool, drawing out hidden properties from the very essence of the fungal frontier. Ancient symbol seeds shimmer within a thorny purple bloom. My objective, get these seeds for the Riddle-Seed Mustard. This bloom pulses with a low thrum, a sickly sweet metallic scent emanating from its core, a clear warning. I pull on my thickest leather gloves. The thorns look wicked, like tiny obsidian daggers glinting in the dim light. Reaching in, I try to pry a seed pod free. The plant's skin feels unnervingly warm and rubbery, actively resisting my grip. Suddenly, the bloom contracts with surprising force, squeezing my hand tight. Iridescent dust puffs from the thorns, settling on my glove. My skin instantly prickles and itches with fiery heat, like tiny nettles and microscopic glass shards digging in. I yank my hand back, but a few precious seeds cling to my glove, pulsing with a faint internal glow. Even through the leather, the seeds burn, a persistent ache radiating up my arm. This isn't just about cooking, it's enduring. Now I hold the key to dead languages, but my hand feels like it's been dipped in molten copper, a constant reminder. I swirl the ancient symbol seeds and golden oil into a creamy, vibrant mustard. Its scent is peculiar, a dry, papery aroma mixed with a sharp, metallic tang that makes my nose tingle. As I finish, the air around the bowl subtly shimmers. Unseen characters seem to dance, making my eyes ache. A sudden, intense pressure builds behind my eyes, blurring my vision. My fingertips feel sensitive against the spoon. This is not how food usually reacts. I push past the discomfort, determined. Dipping a spoon into the luminous spread, my stomach does a nervous flip. I bring the spoonful to my lips, hesitating only a moment before swallowing the Riddle-Seed Mustard. Instantly, my head explodes, not with flavor, but with an overwhelming torrent of ancient knowledge. My vision swims. Every fungal stalk, every textured wall, every damp patch of earth suddenly glows with thousands of tiny complex glyphs. They are legible. I see the dead language, a ceaseless, silent scream. The mental deluge is immense, disorienting. My taste blindness persists, mocking me. Now, every surface I glance at is overlaid with a relentless tapestry of dead text. It's a new sensory overload. My curse didn't break, it merely twisted, reshaping my perception. I clutch my throbbing temples, staring at fungal walls shouting ancient recipes and forgotten histories. This ingredient gave me a new burden. The curse is always adapting. So, what next, team? This fungal frontier just got louder. We need to figure out what these words mean and how to quiet the constant ancient chatter.